Alright guys, today we're talking about the balance changes that they need to make to Arcane Lineage to actually make it fun again. That sounded a little bit harsh, but like, let's be real. who plays Arcane Lineage right now? And who plays any class other than the meta class? Like, you can't do anything against Handaconda without the meta classes, that's for sure. Meta races too. Meta gear. But the gear makes sense, obviously, because it's supposed to be the hardest boss in the game and stuff. But it's also just way too hard, though. So, like, you know. So, I've prepared a list, and I have my phone pulled up so I can actually read these. So, I have a list of changes that me and my friend made while just being bored, and well, the first class we touched was Monk. Monk, it needs a flame drop buff, bro. It needs it. Not by much though. It's by far its best move, obviously. But I will also say that Blazing Barrage may just be the worst move in the game, at least for its purpose, because its only purpose is doing damage and maybe applying burn. So like, maybe you did a good thing by applying burn. Yeah, no, it's just simply not it. Anyways, it also should get the meditation passive back, because it kind of needs that. And then it could finally be A tier, because I mean, I bet it would have a few other things that are still better than it, so can't do anything about that. The next one is Rogue. I'm not gonna lie, I don't play Rogue much, if at all, other than to just grind money. And I do get that it's supposed to be a farming class, so that I was also said that to my friend, and he was like, yeah, well, I also just want to play Rogue, so I guess. Anyways, basically make Poison Trap useful. I don't really know how. I'm pretty sure you can place it on your allies, but I don't know, man. Maybe Slash Barrage buff, maybe Dagger Scaling and base damage buff for both of the super class moves. Zero idea, man. Never really played that class. And the next one, Hexer. Oh my gosh, Hexer, bro. Hexer! So basically, they either need to revert the Ember's Abyss change. No, they should just revert the Inverse Abyss change, so that they can make it like 3 or 4 energy, or just or that's it, really. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like the AoE buff that they did to Inverse Abyss. I don't like it. It just drives me wrong. I don't know why. Dark Glare proficiency, that's fine. If you hit an opponent with Hex, you gain 2 energy. I mean, I guess. I don't know about that one though. That one definitely could just not exist. I'm pretty sure that Dark Glare is fine. And basically, just give Hexer more DOT that is not from Dolahan, because that's like the only DOT that you can actually get from any race, other than like, you know, the absolutely broken ones. Well, actually, I think it's mostly just Dolahan, because you do 2 times more DOT with your passive, but you can't really do anything else with that passive except with Dolahan. So like, man, bruh. Anyways, next up is Dark Wraith. Basically, I want you to remove the 2 hex that it gives on Dark Core Eruption proficiency. You know why? Because it's almost like they made it so that Hexer can't hex that much. Well, it hexes like 2 times less. I mean, even then, most bosses are immune to hex, so it doesn't really matter. Pretty sure Handaconda isn't, but either way, come on, man. Just give it something else other than 2 hexed. You can do better. And basically, you should just give Brawler overall buffs. Not by much at all, though. I don't know what else to say. If you buff it anymore, it'll be absolutely broken. If you buff it any less, well, but sorry, if you nerf it, then well, you're kind of just asking for it to be like one of the worst classes, but it still is probably like the best with consistent damage, and I think that's a pretty good niche to have, because most of the classes don't do consistent damage. Brawler's like, I think like 1 out of 2 that does consistent damage instead of just big nuke damage, which is just fun to have in a game like that. It's not meta enough for me to want to run it. And also for most normal people, you're only gonna have 3 slots at most. So like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could make Brawler a little bit better, because I'd have a really strong feeling that most people would not have a Brawler taking up one of the 2 spots. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm so tired. I haven't slept in like... Well, I just haven't slept today. I'm about to go to bed though. Anyways, Blade Dancer. Give Flowing Dance a damage and scaling buff. And do the same with Impaling Strike. I don't think you should do these by much. Maybe for Blade Dancer. I mean, for Blade Dancer. For Flowing Dance, you probably should. Not for Impaling Strike. That one's actually pretty strong. And you could rework Simple Domain Proficiency to just negate boss ultimate damage. Or they could do negate damage from the bosses if, like, they don't attack you. Wait a minute. My bad. I kind of zoned out for a second. No, make it so you take regal damage if they don't attack you. I feel like that would be a fair buff and nerf, because, you know, bosses' ultimates would be pretty scary, so. Who's this loser using Mega Man? You. Anyways. Alright. Now we're on to the races instead of the classes now. So basically, make the Dolhun do 10% more damage when they have Ghost Flame on the enemy. Now they could also just not do that, but like, I feel like Dolhun is just getting kind of power crept by new races, and I'm about to go over what they should do to the other ones too. It's just like, it's much less powerful compared to just any of the other ones, it feels like, other than maybe Vadir, but that's always bugged, so you know, it would be more powerful if it wasn't bugged. Anyways, also make them get extra stat points, why not? If not, man, that sure does suck anyway. Anyways, Estella, I kind of went crazy with this. Estella does not need this big of buffs. But I still like it, so whatever. Alright, let me actually look at it now. Actually, I want to shoot these people. I want to get another gun. Screw these people. Anyways, now that I'm done with that, I can actually get on to Estella. 10 sub reduces more damage by 5% more in Hyper Rage, which is not really big of a buff or a nerf. Well, actually, it's just not big of a buff. Anyways, Hyper Rage now lasts 1 turn after 25%. I haven't used Estella in a while, so I don't know if it's like this already or something, but pretty sure it's not. So if it's not like that, then do this. If it is like that, then keep it how it is. And make it so Hyper Rage stacks with Berserker again. I don't know. I mean, that's a little bit broken, but like, I like Berserker, so like, screw you. That was a little bit rude. Sorry. Nice weather today we're having. Anyways, Nisa, make it so when you have vulnerable on you from circuit charge that you do 15% more damage while you have vulnerable. If the vulnerable gets removed, then no more. Oh, we summoned a Maharaga. I'm running away from that. Anyways. And Bastion, make it so Spirit Awakening now it just applies regular stun instead of heavy stun. Because I I don't know if you know this, but you can't really do that and live. That's kind of crazy, man. And I don't think this applies to your summons, but you could also make it so the stun applies to summons too. It might be a little bit big of a nerf, but I feel like it's fair because no heavy stun, but it extends the summons. Makes sense. You can't block with your summons while you're in heavy stun or stun, whatever. And Veneeri, make it so you can place burst trap on teammates, please. We all want this. Did I just see a naked man in this building? I think I'm tripping. Anyways, burst trap should now last for 5 turns. I think it should. It's just that simple. Am I tweaking or am I just seeing a naked man teleporting? I think I'm tweaking. For Veneeri, Mind's Eye definitely needs to be absolutely fixed for bosses, bro. When a boss does their ultimate attack and you counter that, you literally just do everything. Like, come on. Yeah, I ain't going near that. And, anyway, I'm gonna unload some clip into someone if they come near me. They won't. Anyways, Ophamar. Screw this race. This is the worst race in the game. That sounded a little bit racist, my bad. But, I'm gonna say this right now. Ophamar needs a nerf. It is way too strong. Literally every other race can't compare to its use. It is literally by far the best for Assassin. Literally no debate. It made Dolhan Assassin look literally weak compared to it. It made it look like a child's game. Oh my gosh. And make it so the poison caps out at a certain damage, or make it so it goes 0.25% poison damage, which I think it makes sense. Not percent, but now on to the quality of life changes. You should really make it so it does 0.7 to 0.8 true damage instead of just one true damage on base, just to help beginners, So beginners don't get cooked by slimes or whatever inflicts poison. And make it so the Impure Crown still makes it do like the same true damage the regular poison does to now. Make it do the same amount of damage with the Impure Crown, but nerf base poison damage, because oh my gosh, base poison damage is so bad for beginners, dude. You have no idea how bad the beginners have it. I booted up a new account I think like half a year ago, and I got absolutely cooked at like every opportunity, and I was not even bad at the game. I mean, I was playing alone, but either way, you should not be getting cooked that hard while alone. Anyway. Make Gon Caustic Backhand to do 1 to 2 less damage, because it's only a yellow bar, so make it do less damage. I know it's a little bit it's not that crazy, but either way, it definitely helps beginners too. And then the next one, make Thanaslud do not do everything. I don't like Thanaslud being able to solo everything. It's pretty stupid. And you should also make Handaconda not solo the verse at all times, like he's Satoru Goja or something. Like, come on. When you make him solo the verse, it's almost like I don't want to do the boss. Now, this only applies to like double corrupted and corrupted, but like either way, he still kind of solos the verse anyway. And I get that he's supposed to be the hardest boss, but like, yeah, oh my gosh, him compared to Metrom, it's just a wild difference. Anyways, you should also make the event enemies from the Easter event do a lot less damage and give a little bit less eggs, because I died like immediately when I didn't one-shot everything as my assassin, Well, it was mostly the Giga Rabbit, which I'm very surprised I didn't kill. I'm not gonna lie. I should have killed that thing. It was literally on like 12 HP or something. It had triggered like Ravenous form or whatever. And then I got like one shot. So I don't know what happened there, but it just something happened and I died. Alright, well that's about everything on the list. But I do have some complaints I want to go over. So basically, oh my gosh, this last update was just so bad. This last update was genuinely one of the worst. I mean, that kind of goes to show, because I'm not even playing Arcane Lineage right now. I'm playing Jujutsu Shenanigans dressed up as Seraphon. I think I have, like, a slight problem, but, like, you know. And, oh my gosh, just make it better. Make it better. Now, I do want to do Anaconda, and I still haven't. I simply just don't have the time, it feels like, to do Anaconda. It doesn't feel like it's worth it. I haven't seen everything that he drops, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. Just in general. I think it would be more fair if they give buffs and nerfs to everything before doing Anaconda. I just want to see all my classes just do anything again. Now, before I end the video, we're gonna do some trolling. Oh my gosh. Is that a group of people I see? Alright, well, I missed both times, so which one should I do? Well, anyways, I think that's about it. I'll see you next time on the next video I make, which will actually be somewhat edited, probably. Unless if I make it completely about something else, but I probably won't. And guess what? It's about Arcane Lineage again. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm going to end the video because I want to go to sleep now.